Okie dokie. Well, 3 points, which is what we would obviously want going in or after this game. Ray was outstanding today. I thought Ray has been in top form recently, and today just was on the top of his form because he was outstanding. His first goal, the composure to dribble to the top of the box and create a better um, angle for his shot. Uh, just the dribbling in the midfield, making guys miss. And when Ray is at his top form, he is by far, in my opinion, a little biased. I'm going to obviously say that, but the best player in Major League Soccer, in my opinion. When Ray is at his top form, I'll reiterate this: he is the best player in Major League Soccer. Just the way he can manipulate the ball, the way he can dribble past players. Yeah, there's times where he can do better, make the right choice, but recently, last several games, he has been on fire in every way possible. Let's also talk about Robin Lod in the midfield. Was absolutely excellent today. I thought there were times where he did look a little bit unnatural, but he did really well. And honestly, breaking on the counter, the way he progressed the ball, and the things where he at first looked a little bit unnatural in the beginning of the game, in my opinion, he really, really settled in after the first 15, 20 minutes and was outstanding the rest of the time in the midfield, especially filling in at Cam for a suspended Rosales and an injured Kervin Arriaga. But in my opinion, we should be rolling this lineup out on Friday. I think Lod should get another go in the midfield because I think the way we progress the ball through the midfield with him gives our attackers better opportunities to score, more 2-on-1s, 1-on-1s. They're able to create better shots and not have so many defenders on them getting ready to get back once we stagnate the pass, when we have a Will Trapp and Kervin Arriaga in the middle. I think that happens quite a bit. We stagger our counterattacks and really don't have a counterattack. But today with Lod passing the ball through the midfield, I thought it was really, really good. And that was something that was awesome to see because we have had a little bit of center mid depth with Dotson out and the injuries and the suspensions with Will Trapp's yellow card addiction, we could say. But yeah, it was just awesome to see him play well there. And it seems like he could play striker, right wing, right mid, center mid, just not left wing, just not on the left side. That's not where Lud should. We know this where he should play. So it was great to see him in the middle. It was just awesome to see that type of player help so much with the rest of the positions. It helped our defense. It helped our attack. But enough. I can't get too excited because we did also give up 2 goals when we were up 3-0, which seems to be something we struggle with, is holding a lead and not giving up a goal, or giving up 2 goals. And then the last 15 minutes, you're like, okay, now the game's back on and we got to buckle down when we should be in cruise control. And this happened when we were making some substitutions, and I don't know, the guys just really kind of need to focus up in these spots and not let. I know the first goal was a mistake by DJ Taylor, and then he recovers quite quickly to almost make a block in, and that was probably DJ's only mistake of the night. I'm not throwing DJ under the bus by any means. That was his only mistake of the night, and that was for the first goal, and then the second goal they score on a corner kick. And when we had Luis come off injured and and we're down a man on a corner kick, and that's just you just can't let that happen. You can't give up a set piece goal like that, especially when you have a guy off injured. It's just someone's got to step up and clear the ball there. So that whole situation, when we have a lead, we need to keep it, because no offense to Real Salt Lake, but if we do, I know Real Salt Lake's up towards the top of the table, but if you have a 3-goal lead, like we saw Cincinnati the other day when they had a 3-goal lead against a team like LAFC, and they just let them right back into the game, and it's 3-3 at halftime, So these top teams that we want to compare ourselves to, and if we want to be at this top echelon in the MLS, we can't be giving up leads. Like a Seattle, if they're up 3-0, the team may score one late or something. And this is just an example. But a team like Seattle or something, they don't give up easy goals like that. If they have a 3-0 lead, they're going to win a comfortable game. They're not going to let the other opponent get 2 goals and then invite pressure the whole rest of the game. So that's probably the biggest issue I had with the game tonight. It was a good game with the injuries and the suspensions and the formation change. Everything was good, but we gotta hold those leads. So, also it was good that Luis got on the score sheet. I think that he really needed that for his confidence. I think we all needed to see a number 9 score. And hopefully he can continue to score some goals, because I mean it was nice to see him score that, because we've seen him miss those opportunities in the past. Oh yeah, Lod in the midfield was boss today, absolutely boss. I agree, NWB. A little bit earlier, I was just praising how well a player like that just slotted into our midfield and completely changed our offensive attack and really relief pressure from our defense. There were several times where Lod made an absolute outstanding tackle to stop a counter attack or to hold possession. So I thought he was great there. So I'd love to continue that experiment. I think Lod with a Arriaga or a Will Trapp, but just one of them. I think we've seen enough of Will Trapp and Curvin to know what they're good at and what they kind of lack. And I think Lloyd slotting in with one of them kind of bridges that gap completely. So I hope we'll see that in the future some more. But knowing Adrian Heath, I don't know if we will, with Rosales being back, maybe he'll be just slung right back in there until Curvin's fit again. You really never know, knowing our coach. So, yeah, you're right. Yeah. I want to say Lod will play, but in the same spot, but we'll have to see. We really will have to see. But it was overall pretty good. I wouldn't say pretty good, a good game. I mean, another gripe would probably be Reynoso missing the first shot on the penalty. It was a good save by the goalie, but he's lucky enough to get the rebound. But yeah, just inviting pressure. I thought Bongi. Oh, I forgot to mention Bongi was really good tonight. And man, when he scores, Minnesota will erupt and South Africa will erupt, because he should have had 1 or 2 tonight. Man, he should have one by now. Man, he's been pretty unlucky, I'll admit, as a forward for the Loons. But I love to watch the style of play. He has the type of dribbling, the South African flair that he brings. The pace is something that we desperately need in our front three. I think speed kills, and just having. I mean, I mention Abu's pace, but I think Abu is very one-dimensional. I think we saw today and recently that the homecoming little burst of what he had in the beginning of the season is kind of worn off, and he's kind of we know what Abu is, very one dimensional, and like I said, Bongi's that guy that we need to use for pace and stuff. So hoping that we maybe get a DP striker in now that Hunu's gone. And I know we've been linked with Benitez, Alan Benitez, I believe, a right back. But on that note, I think DJ Taylor completely deserves this starting position, as he has been outstanding filling in. And I think even if we sign Benitez, not saying Heath will do this, but I think DJ Taylor should continue to start at right back. He's been excellent. That pace is outstanding. He's really good at trekking back, and he really gives a damn. You can tell by the way he plays, and he's got a nice shot on him a couple times during the game. He was able to get a shot from top of the box, and it was pretty dangerous, either getting blocked by the crowd of players or missing wide barely. But I think he's locked down that position even if we do sign a player. Not saying that he'll keep it, not saying that Adrian Heath will give it to him completely, but I think he's deserved to hold it down at least until he loses it, in my opinion. But other than that, I really can't think of much else. Adrian Heath gets the yellow. I haven't watched back the red card VAR whole shenanigans. If it was an elbow to the back of the head, I couldn't see from my seat. I think it should be in a red card, so I'll have to go back and see that. You'll have to let me know what you think, if it was a red or not. I believe it was a elbow to the back of Jacori's head. But really, really good from the guys. I'll get into the player ratings. Like I said, 2 goals from Emmanuel Reynoso, a penalty. Or actually, yeah, 2 goals from Emmanuel Reynoso, a missed penalty as well. Luis Amarilla with a goal, and an assist from Reynoso. Oh yeah, the ref was bad. I hope it does, because I think we deserved one, because I believe against LA Galaxy, Douglas Costa should have got a red too. I thought that was pretty unsportsmanlike conduct. I'm sorry. So I'll get into the player ratings, and yeah, you have to let me know what the whole shenanigans, the whole thing in the stadium. The announcers said we won, and then there was still like 2 minutes left, or a minute and a half. The ref couldn't really control the game. I'd say he let a lot of challenges go in, but what can you expect from pro referees? They're piss poor as it is. Let's be real. There's not too many of them that know what they're doing out there. But I'll get into the player ratings. Man of the match is going to be Emmanuel Reynoso. Hopefully, seeing him in the All-Star game, and yeah, he's going to get a 10 out of 10 for me today. I thought Ray was outstanding. I know a little bit different, say man of the match first, but St. Clair I thought was great. I thought the second goal definitely wasn't his fault for the corner goal. He even had made a couple saves to hold us into the game. One at 2-0, or at 2-1 or 2-3. I mean, a couple other good saves throughout the night. So I'm going to give him an 8 out of 10. I thought Dane was great, but giving up 2 goals, I don't think I can give him more of a rating than that. DJ Taylor, I'm going to give a 9 out of 10. I thought DJ was really good today. Or I'm going to actually give him an 8.5, 9. I brought this up earlier. Yeah, the one mistake is one mistake of the game what led to a goal, but we'll give him a 9. I thought he was really good. Boxy, I'm going to give Boxy a 9 as well. I thought he was pretty dominant at the back. He did pick up a yellow card. It was a stupid yellow from the ref's point of view. I saw he made a little late challenge, but it was in the run of the play, and I don't know. It was whatever. Put it in the bike, and let's keep going. Put the yellow card in. Dabasi, I'm gonna give Dabasi a. I thought he could have. He was all right, but I think he's had better games. We'll just say that there was a couple times where he got beat over the top, and I've seen better from Dabasi, but not he didn't play bad by any means. But a 8. Kamar Lawrence, I'm gonna give Kamar an 8 as well. I thought he was really good up and down the pitch. And I've been pleased with Kamar. It was everything what we knew we were getting. I think got a huge work engine, loves to attack, and defensively comes back good. I think it was a big upgrade on Gasper, in my opinion. Maybe not age-wise, but for the time being, good. Lod in the midfield, I'm going to give him a 9 out of 10. It was excellent. Will Trapp, I'm going to give a 8 out of 10. Was good as well, but emphasis on how good Robin Lod was and made the team overall way better. Way better all over around. Frankopane, who's been in absolutely excellent form recently, who before that wasn't playing quite well, but last several games has been really good. I thought, even though he wasn't on the score sheet tonight, I thought he played really hard, worked his butt off, and was really good in kind of keeping that high form that he's been on, which is something we need, because I believe this win brings us up into 8th place, 1 spot out of the playoffs. But I think there's some games tomorrow, so we'll see where we shake up at the end of the weekend. I said Reynoso is going to be a man of the match, 10 out of 10. Bongi Halangaway, an 8 for me, was really, really dangerous on the attack with his pace, his dribbling, hit the post. I forgot to mention Lod hit the post earlier too, off a couple good saves from the RSL goalie. And Luis Amarilla, I thought there was a couple times where I think Luis struggles with his passing, like that situation where he stole the ball on a counter and then decided to just give it right back to the RSL defense. I think if he can I think his hold-up play is quite decent, and there's times where he does good, and his movement is pretty good, but it's the decision on the passing and holding the ball too long, it kind of gets to me. So hopefully he can work on that, and hopefully that goal gives him some confidence. I mean, you could tell when he scored, just the weight got lifted off his shoulder. Everyone wanted to celebrate and give him a congratulations, because they probably know that he's been wanting to score and everyone's been on his back and all that. So, hey, fingers crossed. Hopefully we get those 25. It's not looking like it, but I mean, I'll take 15. I'll take 15. If you get 15 at the end, I'll take 15. 15's plenty for me, man. So if you can get 15, I'd say that's excellent at this point, being our situation at striker. Get into substitutions. Abu Dalati, I'm going to give him a 7. Ran around quite a bit. And just needs to, his passing was kind of poor, but I'll give him a 7. O'Neal Fisher, I thought for the little cameo O'Neal Fisher got on at left wing, I thought defensively and attack he was pretty good as well. There were a couple times where he really hindered their right back from going forward with a nice block or two. Not saying that he should play there a lot or anything. I just thought he slotted in quite nicely, did a really good job. I'm going to give him a 7 out of 10. Had some really nice blocks. Actually a 7.5. Just to bump it up a half. There were a couple of times too where he was holding up the ball in the corner, wasting time when we really needed it. Lastly, Ja'Cory Hayes, I'm going to give him a 7.5 as well. Came in, had a little cameo in the midfield. Should have, in my opinion, from what NWB said, I haven't looked back at it, obviously, like I said, but should have been a red card with an elbow, it seems like, on the back of him that went to VAR. Hopefully pro refs to overturn it, but a good cameo from Ja'Cory Hayes. It was nice to see him with our center back or midfield depth slot in tonight. Last thing I'll mention, would be nice if we get some of these up and comers from MNUFC too. It'd be nice to see Azeel Jackson on the bench, you know. NWB, yeah. I mean, it hurts to see him go, man. It really does. But please take care of Richie. Please take care of him, man. It hurts to see him go, but I'm rooting for him. I love Richie, and I'm sure you guys will love him too. He's the type of player a fan base will just love, man. He's a great player, and honestly, in my opinion, since he's been playing at Everton, the media and stuff, extremely underrated player in my opinion. I think now that you guys have him, I think the media will brighten up to him a bit. So tough to see him go, and as an Everton fan, I would have wished Levy would have opened up that checkbook a little bit more, but you know how that tight bastard works. So just please take care of him. It really hurts to see him leave. Not gonna lie, it's even as a grown man, 20-some-year-old man, I hurt to see him leave. Not gonna lie. Yeah. Yeah. That's great. Well, take care of him, mate, because that's gonna hurt to see. I mean, I already saw his Instagram posting that Spurs kid, and it just quite didn't look right to me. So take care of him. But honestly, that's all I got for the Loons, and good 3 points. If anyone else has any comments, concerns, questions, shoot them in the comments. I appreciate them. Makes it fun. Love a little bit of banter too. So, yeah, just take care of them, NWB. It's gonna hurt to see them scoring in the Prem, probably against us too, because we are going to be shite next year, Everton, I believe. So we will see. Not getting my hopes up. So thanks for tuning in, guys. Come on, you Loons. Away game on Friday, Vancouver, I believe. Hopefully, we can keep getting the point. Yeah, we did get the 60 mil, but 10% is going to Watford, unfortunately. But honestly, with the financial situation Everton's in, we had to take something. It'll help quite a bit. We'll be able to spend some money, buy some players at least. It was someone had to go. Richie either had to go, a DCL, or there was rumors of Pickford too. One of the three had to go, I believe, because Juventus wouldn't have. They're trying to heckle down Moises Keane fee with some crap. They're being Juventus. They're being wishy-washy about it. They don't want to spend as much as they already confirmed that they would. So we had to sell someone, had to beat him. But honestly, it hurts to see him go in the Prem. But if it was going to be anybody, Spurs isn't too bad. As long as he didn't go to he would have never went to Liverpool. That's probably it does, like I said, it does hurt to see him in the Prem, but we'll see. But yeah, thank you, NWB. Spurs are a great club too, so wish you guys nothing but the best. Come on, you Loons, and 3 points Friday, hopefully. But I will let everyone enjoy their July 4th weekend, maybe get to some fireworks or whatever you like to do on this weekend if you don't celebrate July 4th. All the best to you. So, as always, come on, you Loons, and thanks for tuning in. Stop by next week.